Alright, so this is the video for week 3, and as you can see here, the kitchen, still need to work on that. But for now, I'm normally working on making these videos or playing something. And I figured that for this week, I'd try to cover stuff that the rest of my family's been doing during all of this. So, going through the dining room, which is filled with various stuff because of the kitchen's position right now. There's this project that my mom's been working on. She's been making various masks for people to use due to the whole situation with the virus. Of course, it's all FDA approved materials. Went over it then herself. Turns out that she's actually been quite the seamstress. There used to be like a family business they had back in Jamaica that my grandpa used to run before he died. Of course, once he did kick the bucket, the family kind of split apart and such, and my mom still had the skills, so kind of come into use now.
What I'm doing is finishing up the mask. The inside of them have to be compliant with what the nurses and doctors, the material the nurses and doctors said to use, which is the cotton flannel material. So the inside is cotton flannel and the outside can be anything else. Okay, so as of this point, I've sold a few to nurses at the hospital. So, and then I have other people ordering as well. But I kind of plan on also donating a few as well. So that's the machine that I used. Right now what I'm doing is I'm stringing through the elastic, which in turn goes behind the ear like this. When you fit it, it goes behind the ear like that. And that's the finished product.
So she has a lot of experience with this sort of thing, and I guess it's kind of come into use for a situation like this, you know? My uncle, on the other hand, is a different story. He used to work at the airport in Newark, but since he can't really do that, he's sort of just home. So basically just like what you've been doing all this time, since the quarantine.
Pretty much not much, just relaxing, playing TV, watching TV, playing video and playing games on my phone. That's it pretty much. I take a 1 and 2 run on the road for about 10 minutes the most. Pretty much, that's it.
Now, as for my younger brother Richard, he didn't want to be interviewed, so I don't have any footage of him. He normally comes home from working at a paint mixing place, so he normally brings home a lot of paint. He's kind of busy with his own classes though, so I try not to bother him too much and just keep to himself in his own room. Now, who I can talk to though is the dog that he named himself, and that'd be Sif. I personally like to call him Sif Dog to make the distinction, since my brother, being a fan of Dark Souls, decided to name him after a giant wolf with a sword in its mouth that tried to kill him. So, yeah. Sort of a odd comparison, I know, but and I'm not the one that bought him in the first place, so whatever. One thing I can say for sure, though, is that he's certainly the more playful type when he really wants to be, which is often, despite what's shown on camera. That's pretty much how my family's holding up. Hopefully, come up with something for the next video. I'm not really sure what.